So like always, use your ready-made tool, mark out the shape, then reduce the size by 0.3 inch. Then you're going to have a raw file for your insoles. Then this is Mako 6 millimeters, which we are going to be using as the insoles. Now mark out the shape of the insoles on the Mako 6 millimeters. There is something I would like to show us about this particular sole again. I feel it is going to be more easier for some of us that might be finding the other process difficult. So after marking out the insoles, you cut them into shape. So if you feel the processes we used in the previous videos are a bit difficult, you can use the one that I'm about to show you in this video. So after cutting the insoles into shape, you smooth the edges. Like I always say, you can use your filing machine to do this, and also you can use your sandpaper. That is if you don't have this tool. So after filing the edges or smoothing the edges, you fold the insoles and then cut off the crease at the back of your folding. With that, the insoles are ready. So here's the thing, you see this welt, I did it myself and I got it from this same Mako 6 millimeters. So I'm going to show you how I was able to do that. Here's a compass. Take a measurement 0.3 inch from your measuring tape. 0.3, you see it. So you are going to use it to draw a straight line on that Mako. This is going to help to have a uniform line or a straight welt without having some part to be, bent. That's why this is helpful. So after doing that, use your knife to cut on the straight line, and with that you are going to have your welt. If you have a sheet of Mako that the length is more than this, just measure the length of your normal welt, then use it. But since I'm having this short one, I'm going to do the same process into 4 places so that it will be able to go around the insoles. So this compass is majorly used by architects. You can get it or you can get the set at the market. So you see it. So but if you don't have it, there's an option. Just place your ruler at the edge, your tape at the edge of the Mako. Make sure the edge of the Mako is straight enough. Then measure 0.3, draw your line at that measurement, and then use your knife to do the same thing, cut, and then you're going to have your welt. So but I'm going to still use this since I have it. So here are my welts. They are 4 in number. So like I said, if you have enough length of Mako, you can just use your normal length for your welt. So here is Mako 8 millimeters Mako, and now I'm going to brush the surface with iron brush just to help the bonding. So now after doing that, place your insole on that Mako 8 and then trace out the shape of both insoles. So after doing that, you are going to apply your gum as usual on the outline. That's the edge of the outlines. So now to make work easier, use a masking tape to hold the 4 welts together. see it, then you can easily apply your glue on them at once. So once the gum is set, return the insole back to the outline. I think the gum under the insole is enough to hold it to the mako so that we can weld, so I don't need to use nails this time. Now start your welding from this side, from the center. You know I'm using 2 pieces for 1 insole because the length of the mako I had was too short, so that is why I had to. You see where I started? At the center here. So but like I said before, if you have a full length mako, just use a normal length of your normal welt to do the cutting. Do you understand what I mean? So but if you don't have enough, you can just simply do the welt into 4, 2 for one side. So now I had shortage here, so I have to make it up. Well, you don't need to go through this, just make sure that the length is okay. But if you still have to, just do the same thing that I'm doing. So now I have to remove the insole, then cut slightly after the first edge, and then I'm done. So we are going to repeat the same process on this side. So after welding, you tap your mallet on the weld to make sure it bonded properly, then cut off the excess mako. So after cutting off the excess mako, the next thing is to smooth the edge. You see I have done that. Then this sharp edge, we're going to file them down round on both sides. You understand what I mean? So you see the sharp edge, you have to take them down. We don't need them. So both the one on the welt and also at the back. So with that, we are done with this. Now we're going to take the length, the total length of the sole, so that we'll know the length of leather that will go around it. So I think I measured about 28 inches. So 28 inches, the width is about 2 inches. So the width 2 inches, the length 28, depending on the size you are making. So the size will determine the length of the strap. So cut into 2 places, then apply gum on both of them. So after applying gum on the straps, apply gum also on the sole. So watch closely to see the places I am applying the glue on. So you're going to apply your glue round here on the welt and also beside the inside of the welt, then at the top here round, then at the back here. So those are the areas to apply your gum. Then pick your strap, start from the center here. So make sure as you're going round that the sole is lying at the center of your strap, so that you won't have shortage on any side at all. So make sure that the strap or the sole is lying at the center of your strap, so that you will have the same leftover on both sides for folding. So once you have gone round, you gradually just press it to make sure it bonded. at the edge, then you start your folding. So like I always say, you have to take your time to do the folding, because if you don't take your time, it might appear off. So you have to take your time, take it step by step and bit by bit. So once you have gotten to the joint, where the two edge met, you are going to cut slightly after the first edge, leave allowance. So now you see the allowance I left. We are going to fold in here. Let me show you. So you see the allowance I left about, let's say 0.7 inch after the first edge. Then we are going to fold this place in, fold it in, and then use your glue to hold it. It is very simple. Let me fold this part first before we go over to that. So now I'm going to use my super glue to hold this to this place. So I have to apply also on this side, and then press it down, and also apply on this particular side, and then press it down. So if you feel the other process we used in the former videos were too difficult, you can use this process. Then use your pencil or whatever to run around the side of the welt, just to make sure that the leather laps properly on the welt. Because if it doesn't lap properly on the welt, it is going to affect the insoles. So they are ready. You see it. Let's proceed. So here is our Mako sole. It's about, I think about 4 mm. So I'm going to mark out the shape of the sole on it. You see what I'm doing already. So after marking out the shape just for one side, so let me cut out that part. Now I'm going to reduce the size by about 0.2 inch. So I'm just going to reduce the size a bit. It is going to give the look, you see it, just reduce it round by about 0.2. It is going to help the Mako sole to sit uniquely under the sole. So after reducing it, I cut it into shape. Then now I'm going to use this one to mark for the other side of the foot. It is very simple. So but first of all, let's see how it looks here. So you see it, you see. So let's proceed. So don't make the mistake of placing this one at the top wrongly while trying to cut for the other side or mark for the other side of the foot, because if you do, you're going to have the same side of the foot. So you see they are facing each other. So that is how you're supposed to place it, so that when you cut out, it will be for the other side. So I have done that, I have both of them. The next thing is to smooth the edges, and then you are done. So I have marked out my pattern. Then I'm going to apply gum at the edge because I'm going to fold them in. So after the folding, I attached my lining, then I stitched around here 2 times, then opened, separated the landing from the upper, took a measurement from here to here, 3 inches, then I stitched double lines too. So now I'm going to cut off the excess lining. So I'm done with the upper. Now I want to try out my wooden last to see how it is going to be helpful. So I'll attach the insoles to the last and then set my upper in position. So you fasten your pattern on this point on your last, by the side here, at the top here by the side, and then on both sides under. Then draw the pattern towards the toe cap, then remove the upper and last your landing. So after that, apply your gum under and finish the lasting of the landing. So after applying gum on the landing, you finish the lasting. So after that, you cut off the crease and then remove your ribbit or your nails, whichever one you used, and then measure from here to here 2 inches. That is where I'm going to fix my toe puff. I'm actually using extra leather as my toe puff because I don't want here to be too rigid due to the type of the shoe, you understand. So just want to have a little toughness at the cap here, but not too rigid. So fix my toe puff and then cut off the excess. So after that, I'll have to pull down the upper and then round off with the lasting. So after that, also cut off the crease. That's after lasting the upper, you cut off all the crease. So here are the straps. The length of these ones are 7 inches. 7 inches into 2 places. Then here is my ring. Apply gum on both at the edge here, and then fold in to the ring. Then do the same to the other one, fold into the ring. Then this other long one is going to, you see it, I have already stitched this one. The length of these ones are 10 inches, the other one 7 inches. So this one is going to come this way. So you see it. So this one now I'm still going to stitch it. Okay, so let's proceed. So after the whole process, this is what we have arrived at. Well, the wooden last tried a lot. At least I got a reasonable result from it. So if you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates, because more videos are still coming on the way. If you haven't registered for my private online classes, which will be starting very soon, click on the first video on your screen right now to get information on how to register. Have a nice day and see you in my next video.